Valve has already won the console wars without even having a console. This is the thought that I had while eating my breakfast this morning. I'm having cream of wheat. I love this slop. I can't get enough of it. And I think that it's true. So PlayStation recently announced that single player games will stay exclusive on the PlayStation, meaning they won't port to PC. I guess that's Steam. What else is there? Steam is the giant elephant in the console room. And I think this could be a good business decision. It could potentially sell more units, the PlayStation, but it could also backfire. I'm someone, for example, I don't really see much need to buy a console these days. And if there's a game that I want to play and it's exclusive on the PlayStation, I'm going to have to think really hard if I want to buy a PlayStation just to play that game. Like, there's very few games I could probably even do that. Final Fantasy Remake series is probably one of them. Honestly, maybe the only one. But I was more than happy to wait for the 6 to 8 months or a year, whatever it was, for them to port it to PC. I lead a busy life. I got nothing but time to wait, you know? Or I guess I should say, by the time I have time to play it, it's already 8 months flew by, you know? But this is my argument. So there is the Steam machine that's coming out soon, and like they've done some tests, some experiments in the past. But I honestly don't even think it matters. Like, those could not come out, and I think that Steam still would win the console war. Because you remember Xbox for a while was going with that marketing slogan that like every device is an Xbox. That's actually what Steam is, though. You can install Steam on Windows, on Mac OS, on Linux. I'm sure there's some mobile platforms you could probably install Steam on. Steam console is actually every device. And if their Steam machine has a lot of success, then I think that's game over. Here's a thought experiment that you need to do. I want you to jump forward 50 years into the future. And I want you to think about what does the console landscape look like? What are the norms? What's socially acceptable for a console, or what is socially acceptable for a console to do, to behave? Exclusive, first parties, third parties. But most importantly, I want you to look 50 years in the past as well. Well, I don't think consoles go back that far. Go back to the beginning of consoles, and you'll see there was so many options back in the days. You had like Atari, Nintendo, Sega, I think I want to say Amiga, Commodore. I'm too young. I don't know if those are actual consoles or not, but I've heard it many times. But now, and today, there's arguably one console, two, Nintendo and PlayStation. Xbox isn't really doing anything anymore. The natural conclusion is it's going to keep on funneling down to just one platform. And you can't tell me Steam doesn't make the most sense. Culturally, it's where all games, regardless if they're first party or not, end up eventually. Huge modding scene. All you need is a PC to access your entire library forever. There's not a doubt in my mind that if you get enough time and Steam will be the only console left. I think the only thing that could hinder Steam from accomplishing this is their percentage cut. If people have a big issue with the 30%, I think that's the only thing that could potentially throw a wrench in this plan. But ultimately, I made this video to have a discussion. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Do you think I'm on base here? You think I'm completely off base? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. I'm curious.